So on November 5th, everyone is going to have a chance to vote on whether they believe we should pass the ordinance drafted by the City Council. Mayor's office put a first draft out. I worked with Councilman Prinzeri and all members of the council to draft a bill that was similar, made a few changes to try to help owner-occupied people use Airbnb. But fundamentally, what we did was we put in place sensible regulations. We said, if you own a 1 to 4 family, if you want to rent out your basement, you want to rent out some rooms in your house, you should be able to do that, right? But it shouldn't become a major tool of investment. And again, roughly 10% of all apartments in downtown have been turned into short-term rentals, which is a huge number. And if we don't win the referendum, that number could expand. I think it's doubled or tripled since 2016. So a huge amount of the market that has been taken off. And that does make an impact on rents and housing supply. I think Airbnb knows that most people say sensible regulation is good. So they've called it a ban. I will never use that word again because I don't like repeating my opponent's message. It's wrong. It's not what the bill does. And I understand there are different views. This is a tough issue. There are genuinely different viewpoints. But what I hope we all agree on is that corporations shouldn't write public policy. And the elected representatives of the city worked very hard to come up with a compromise. Next year, we could have always decided to amend it. We could have said we were a little too strict or a little too lenient, whichever view you have, and amend. But that's not what's happening, right? Now we have a major billion-dollar corporation spending an incredible amount of money to basically say, if you don't write the rules to our liking, then we're going to use our money to try to overwhelm the democratic process. So we're going to fight back against that. There's going to be an active campaign. I hope everyone here votes yes on November 5th, but if you don't, I'm happy to talk to you. I'm going to try to convince you that it's the right policy to do, but you will see a vigorous response starting next week.